Just about 4 years back, our older brother used to live in Long Beach. This is when he was introduced to a four-wheeled monster. He brought something home that I'll never forget. A skateboard that can defy all odds, making you feel like you're gliding on ice. Not quite the Marty McFly's hoverboard, but I can imagine something pretty damn close. It was a speed demon. It was really fast. But after a few weeks, I felt like it wasn't the same anymore. I felt like I was going slow. I felt like I was getting tired. So I figured the maintenance on the board must have been ignored for at least a couple months. Leaving the board slow and inaccurate, I realized that the problem lied within the wheels. I then invested in some new bearings so that I could have a more enjoyable experience. Maintaining your skateboard is essential when wanting to travel smoothly and fast, with little effort. Skating on an old skateboard can be boring and tiresome. According to Pacific Wave Surf Shop, it's not about going fast, but amongst other things, to allow high-speed machinery operated at faster speeds with a simple maintenance check every so often. This can save you from overexerting oneself and being left behind dripping in sweat, begging everyone else to slow up for you. So before you purchase a skateboard only to be let down after a few months, noticing that the ride isn't the same, I'm going to show you how exactly to maintain your skateboard. I'm going to start off by showing you how to remove the nuts off the trucks that are holding the wheels in place. Then I'll be showing you how to remove old crusty slow bearings from the wheels. Finally, I'll show you how to put everything back together so that this time you won't be left behind, but rather be leading the pack with supreme confidence that you're in fact the fastest one on the block. So, you only need one easy tool to remove everything off your skateboard. It can literally be the one piece of hardware that will determine how fast you go. This particular tool, I'm not really familiar with, but it has everything you need. It has down from a 3x8, 9x16, and 1x2, and with the Phillips screw. So pretty much, you have everything for your tool, or for your board. So off the tool, I'm going to talk about the hardware. A decent set of bearings can make you fly by your competitors. Bearings can get old and they get worn out. So, I mean, if you guys could obviously hear that these things are ready to be changed out. They're about 3 months old. You usually want to switch them out every 4 months, 5 months. It's not because they're just not made well. It's just because you're going through holes, you're going through water, you're going through dirt. It's getting beat up pretty bad. So, yeah, the bearings are very important for the board to travel fast or slow, depending on how you like riding. Tightening your screws and nuts on your skateboard will help the experience. So just like with your car, you always want to have like a maintenance check. You always want to see if your brakes are running well. You want to see if your steering is up to date. So we're just gonna check the suspension on the board, and just like this, you're just going to go ahead and tighten it, loosen it, depending on how you like riding the board. Okay, so now you have the universal pick tool, you're familiar with it, and you have your hardware for your skateboard. You're ready to put your board back together. Make sure you have everything separated. I can't stress this enough, to have every part of the board in separate little piles, because before you know it, you're going to have your wheel nut going to your trucks and your truck nuts going to your wheel nuts. So it's just easy to have everything separated and have everything ready to go. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to change one of these things, change one of the bearings. Go ahead, just lefty loosey, righty tighty, loosen it up, get the nut out. You got a little washer in between. Just set down, and you're gonna have, it's gonna look like this. And you might have a spacer in between. You could see like a spacer in between, but it doesn't really matter when taking it off. So you just go ahead and just jimmy it, like almost prying it out, and you'll feel it. So the spacer pops out. Let's go ahead and do it the same side. Do the same motion. Go ahead and just do this, and it should just pop right out. So now that you have your old bearings, go ahead and just put them down. And you're gonna go get your new ones. And these things are typically they start from like $10 to 60, and they're pretty expensive. It depends on how much money you want to invest into your work. So just set the new bearings down. Go ahead and just pop the wheel back in, and don't be afraid to put all your weight on it. You're supposed to just get everything down nice and even, so everything's gonna ride smooth. And go ahead and just get your other bearing. Do the same thing. Now this time put your spacer in. And now the spacer, it depends on the brand that you guys get. It's sometimes they don't come with spacers, so it's fine if you don't have one. So you just do the same thing, and you'll feel it pop in. You should hear like a snap or something. So now that you have your wheels in, go ahead and just put your washer back on. Get your nut, and go ahead and just do it with your fingers. And you're gonna have a little bit of room, but just go ahead and tighten it up. You don't want to hear that sound. You want to have it nice and tight, but not too tight, because then it's gonna end up not spinning. So go ahead and just loosen it back up. Okay, that should be good. Notice how you could hardly hear the wheel spinning when you have the old bearings, and you're not going to go anywhere with these. And on the bearings, some bearings you're going to see like a plastic outer ring or inner ring, and then the metal outer ring. You want to have the plastic coming into the wheel. These don't have that, so it doesn't really matter. So then I'm going to go ahead and show you how to remove basically the suspension on the board. You can look at it as the suspension, like on your car, depending on like I said, how you like riding your board. You can have it really tight or really loose. Just go ahead and do this, and everyone. And just like removing a tire on the car, you want to do it diagonal. It's just easier, because like that, if you do it the one on top, it's going to fall apart. It's going to be a mess. So you just go ahead and do this, remove everything, and just go ahead and do that. And this is, I'm really not familiar with this tool. I've never had it before, but it makes things a lot easier, because I remember trying to look all over the house, looking for the right one, just using pliers and stuff, and it would just strip the nuts. So this is a good investment, and it's about like $10 at like a ride shop, Revo or something. So now that you have your nuts up, just go ahead and it's gonna come out like this. And then these spacers right here, these are kind of, I wouldn't know what it is exactly going to be compared to on a car, but if you like riding high, then go ahead and just pile the spacers on. If you're like riding low, just have one, or if you just want just board, board truck, then that's fine. But I like being a little bit higher off the ground.
Dave, you gotta wrap it up.
Okay. Okay. So now that you know how to take it off, you go ahead and just put everything back together. It's pretty easy. Just put everything in, and then a maintenance check on a skateboard can be just as important as taking your car in. Like I said, it's important because sometimes your wheels can fall off. Sometimes your trucks get so loose that you can just lean over and you'll fall and stuff. It can make the ride that much more enjoyable and ensure the safe and smooth ride, giving you the feeling of floating inches above ground. Now that you know the maintenance steps to take, and that for the most part is easy and very repetitive, it's going to be like what I did is going to be on everyone. It's nothing different. So now that you have peace of mind, knowing that every wheel is working properly with uniform bearings is worth the time and money you invest into the board's maintenance. Once this is done, you are ready for some fun hitting the streets.
Okay, so Dave,